and they sent up a tremendous amount of equipment up here of National Guard. And one of the things that they brought was 7,000 feet of portable bridges. That's going to be a lifeline for some of these places that are cut off. So, boy, oh boy, that's, you know, hey guys, I've said it a million times now, and I just want you guys to let that sink in, just how much support is in North Carolina from all over the country. So this is really a countrywide effort to help all of y'all.
So that's really good news that we don't share as much as we should. You mentioned the New York Fire Department. If things are quiet, I can spend just a very short experience with them.
Yeah, we're not busy right now, by all means, sure.
In February of 1993, I was on the 89th floor of the South Tower of the World Trade Center. That's when the radical Islamics set off a bomb in the basement, killed 6 people, unfortunately, and it eliminated all services in the building. If you recall back in that era, cell phones were just beginning, but they were like World War II walkie-talkies, big, clunky things. And unfortunately, the main cell tower was on top of the building that was just bombed and had no power. I think I mentioned yesterday that something like this may bring back AutoPatch. And the reason I said that, it was an unusual event that I brought my ham radio into the office in New York. I'm a lawyer, and usually I can't carry it into the courthouse. But I was taking a deposition and just was going to be in the office. My office generally was in New Jersey, but I used a firm office in New York. In any event, I was making emergency calls, letting people and family know that people were okay. As I walked down 89 flights of stairs, I was beginning to feel the muscles in my legs, and I was tiring, and I said, this is a horrible thing to climb down all these stairs. Well, I got to about the 20th floor, and I couldn't believe what I saw. Firemen in full bunker gear, carrying hoses. I don't know why they were, but they were carrying hoses up, and they obviously started at the ground floor because elevators were unavailable. You just have to give those men credit.
I tell you what, I've been a volunteer fireman most of my adult life, and just on the volunteer side, we look at professional fire departments like in awe. I mean, who doesn't want to be a full-time fireman? But I tell you, those FDNY guys, them are some badass, and they see things and have done things, especially back in the war years, in the 70s, they call it, in the Bronx and in Brooklyn. And boy, those are real firemen right there, And I'm not discrediting anybody else, don't get me wrong, but they do things there that are just unimaginable. Really, really neat if you follow the FDNY stuff, as I have most of my life. Nice story, sir. I'm glad you survived that ordeal and a good use of that HT that day.
Yes, I too was a volunteer fireman. I retired and moved to the Southwest, and I was a volunteer fireman in the Los Alturas, New Mexico Fire Department. And fortunately, we had Las Cruces full-time firemen who served as in the volunteer fire department, and thank goodness, because they were the ones that essentially trained us. And yes, no matter where the service is, you got to take your hat off to them. They do a service that it's incredibly valuable, and what would we do without them? But and I echo your thoughts about the New York Fire Department. It's renowned to be the top of the heap. Anyway, good talking to you, and again, appreciate all that you do. WA2UCZ.